Hello and a very warm welcome to our weekly news magazine program Bhutan This Week. I am Tamchizam. Our top stories this week. His Majesty the King grants citizenship and land kidu to families in Mongar. Hydropower projects in the country experienced huge cost escalations. And the entire school curriculum to be reviewed at the national level. Now in detail, His Royal Highness the Gyaltsab Jigme presented the kashu from His Majesty the King, granting land and citizenship kidu to the people. His Majesty granted citizenship kidu to 93 individuals and land kidu to 42 families from Mongar.
The recipients of the citizenship kidu took part in a ceremony to offer their oath of allegiance to the Zaosum. His Royal Highness the Gyaltsab conveyed His Majesty's message on the duties of a Bhutanese citizen to the Zaosum and effective ownership and use of land.
아들 뭐지 초기 투기 저와자 치살이 직디기베 디즈미기 디다 같이 송고 염중디 술로 로데 랄로 란자 디 남미딜로 때가지기 가둘리 뒤 남미 제발 판비기 까지 가서 몸베들아 유이시
안좀 미군 고틀라기 디메버친지 텔레 슐랭아지 체 인텐타 사우베 텔레 슐레 아니 요기 안 디수기 남신 강에 주님이세 안노스요인라 테 다리 디즈미 미용아들은 붙이기 까딘데 디즈미 기도나베 땡아치루 남섬에 셈가 시슈니라.
So far, His Majesty has granted land kidu to more than 110,000 term holders and citizenship to over 9,000 individuals. His Royal Highness the Gyaltsab is His Majesty's representative in the East. For Chetan Dupchu in Mongar, Sonomongdi, PBS News.
Women penkas or dignitaries across the country received Genta from His Majesty the King. Genta is an insignia which is equivalent to the pata worn by men. According to a press release from Royal Office for Media, Genta translates to symbol of responsibility.
Genta is worn pinned like a brooch. His Majesty the King confers the Genta to those women who have received the red scarf or have been appointed to certain positions. So far, the Genta has been conferred to women recipients of the red scarf, ministers, constitutional post holders, parliamentarians, ambassadors, drungpen and zongda. Women constitutional post holders and ambassadors whose counterparts wear the white fringeless kapne and pata have also been conferred the white rachu along with the Genta. Women government secretaries will also be eligible for the rachu and Genta.
The Genta is a symbol of responsibility and duty. It's an honor that His Majesty has bestowed on women holding certain positions in the public service. And the Genta with the Rachu Pura is in recognition of the services that women have also given to the public. And on our part, we are extremely honored and also humbled to be recipient of this.
We feel that it is a lot of responsibility that we will be now shouldering, because we have to live up to the honor and expectations bestowed on us by His Majesty in serving our King and our country and our people. But it is also an encouragement for us to work harder, and also for all the young and aspiring women who would want, they can look up that also they can later on hold such positions and be given such recognition.
The Raju Burakab, of course, it is being awarded for the very first time for women, and indeed it is again a very profound reminder of our office, of the duties and the responsibilities that we bear. I hope to live up to the trust that comes with this awarding, and also that it will stand for as a symbol of hope and also for encouragement to other women and to young girls that women have an equally important role to play.
The design of Genta is inspired by the traditional brooch pin thingkap. It comprises of the national emblem of Bhutan in gold with the colors of the national flag incorporated in the lower portion and is inlaid with stones of jade and coral. The news release says, as more and more women occupy positions of responsibility and leadership, the Genta recognizes the contributions of women to society as well as the equal status of women in the country. Compiled for Dorje, Sunampem, BBS News.
Voters residing outside their constituency say that they are being left out during the Chiwok Zomdo to nominate candidates. The voters, mostly civil servants, say they should be provided the postal ballot facility for the Zomdo as well. But Election Commission say providing postal ballot facility for the Zomdo is not convenient.
The nomination round or the Zomdo is in full swing at the Chiwok level to finalize candidates for the local government election. But voters residing out of the constituency find it difficult to travel and attend the Chiwok Zomdo to nominate candidate.
If you think about all the expenses in traveling, it's very reasonable to have postal ballot during the Zomdo. We have to bear huge travel expenses, and moreover, it's not always easy to get vehicles. So if you have postal ballot facility, then it can benefit all civil servants.
I feel it will benefit all if you have postal ballot for the Zomdo. For instance, we have to go all the way to Tashiansi to cast vote, and it's not so convenient to travel at this time when it is rainy season.
But Election Commission says to send postal ballots, voters should be provided with all the details of the candidate contesting during the Zomdo. And this, the Election Commission says, is not possible as nominees for the candidate are not known until the Zomdo is held.
Election results has to be declared on the day of Zomdo, and that does not allow any time to send the ballots to and fro. This is a work that needs to be done in a day. If we allow postal ballot for the nomination round, for that we need voters to apply for postal ballot. Once the applications are submitted, then returning officers will reach the ballot forms to respective applicants. In doing so, it takes minimum of 10 days, whereas Zomdo election is just a day's task. So besides not having all this time, even the candidates are not known then.
The primary purpose of the Zomdo, according to Election Commission, is to finalize the nominee for the election. Hoop Game for BBS News.
Meanwhile, postal ballot application deadline for the local government election is on 3rd September. According to the Election Commission, around 85,000 voters registered for the postal ballot facility for the upcoming election. But so far, only 21,000 have applied for postal ballots.
Most people who opted for postal ballot facility are expecting postal ballot after they have registered. This is not how things work. Once they have registered for the postal ballot, they should write a separate application to the returning officers stating their address and details. Otherwise, there is no way the returning officers can send the postal ballots to the applicants, or else they will not know whom to send the postal ballots to. So when it comes to postal ballot voters, it's important they keep in mind that the deadline for the application is on 3rd September. In case if the application reaches the returning officer after 3rd, it will not be accepted.
The North Thimphu constituency candidate Kinglets Ring has resigned. According to the speaker, the MP applied for study leave to undertake a course in Harvard University, but as an extended leave would violate provisions of the Constitution, National Assembly Act and Rules of Procedure of Parliament, he was denied the study leave. After a negotiation to reschedule the course failed and leave extension denied, MP Kinglets Ring submitted his resignation on 11th of this month. He served as the representative of North Thimphu constituency for 3 years, during which he also represented in a number of parliamentary committees. As per the study report on the India-Bhutan Energy Cooperation Agreement 2016, there has been huge cost escalations during the construction of the hydropower projects in the country. The report says the cost escalation for Punasangchuan is almost alarming at 170%.
The hydropower sector is undoubtedly benefiting the country's economy through significant contributions to the national revenue. It has also provided the much-needed boost to kickstart the industry and service sector. But as per the report, of all the hydropower projects, the magnitude of the cost escalation is most alarming for Punasangchuan. The project cost increased from an original estimated cost of 34 billion yutam in 2008 to 97 billion yutam in 2015.
One way to do it is to have more realistic DPRs and then also to commission studies, preliminary studies. It could be geological studies, it could be river basin studies, it could be more detailed environment impact assessment reports. If these were to be done well in advance, you would be in a position to arrive at a more realistic cost, number one. And two, you would also be able to arrive at what your time frame for the project is.
The report also states that Bhutan's outstanding external debt has increased by 9.5% from 2013 to 2014. From the debt of almost 116 billion yutam, the debt of hydropower sector alone was around 68 billion yutam. It also pointed that local businesses and communities in Bhutan has benefited only marginally from the hydropower projects. It is more in favor of India. So the report recommends Bhutanese government and government of India to make earnest efforts to ensure that the benefits are shared between the two countries.
Right now the turbines come from India, the construction expertise comes from India. It's not that there's no expertise in Bhutan. So if you were to, why not have Bhutanese also construct their own turbines, build their own dams. So I think you need to also have capacity building and not just have where the donor country comes, builds, goes away.
The study, which took almost a year, was carried out by Vasudha Foundation, India, with support from Center for Environment and Development of Bhutan. Sundama Galson, BBS News.
People of other Gyeok in Wangdifoda have requested the Jayaprakash Associates Limited not to dismantle the bridge which connects the Gyeok to the Wangdi-Tsirang highway. There are concerns that the company will dismantle the bridge once the Punasangchu hydropower projects are complete.
The 90-meter-long bridge was constructed by Jayaprakash Associates to connect to the guest house and head office a few years ago. But in absence of other motorable bridge, this bridge became the lifeline for the people of Ada Gyeok. If dismantled, locals will have no option but to use this suspension bridge.
The bridge is benefiting us immensely, especially to transport our agricultural produce. We do not have to carry vegetables to the market. Without the bridge, life will be difficult. The bridge connects the Gyeok Center. Now we also have Gyeok Center Road, and without the bridge, it will be rendered useless. People of 3 Gyeoks depend totally on the bridge.
The issue was even discussed in the recent Dzongkhag Tsogdu. Locals said the bridge is constructed using concrete foundations and metal components which can be used for many years.
Local administration has raised the issue in Dzongkhag Tsogdu and was discussed thoroughly and came to a consensus that the Gyeok administration, with the help of Dzongkhag administration, will talk to the concerned authority to keep the bridge as it is.
The officials from Jayaprakash Associates said the matter will be discussed with the management whether to keep the bridge upon the completion of the project or not. Compiled for Komal Kharka in Wangdifoda, Sunampem, PBS News.
Many people are still not aware of the civil registration rules requiring a newborn to be registered for civil registration within a year. As a result, many people face difficulty in registering their child once their child crosses 1 year of age.
33-year-old Chador from Shah Ngawa under Wangdifodang is the father of two, but his elder daughter, who is 8 years old now, is yet to be registered for civil registration. Chador failed to register his daughter for civil registration within a year after she was born. Chador says even if both parents have citizenship identity cards, the civil registration process is challenging now.
My child was born in 2008. In 2009, she was not registered during the civil registration. So in 2010, I registered her, but till now, she did not get her citizenship. I went to the concerned authorities for several times, but there is no clear system as in when to register the child for the official record.
Similarly, 39-year-old Funso Wangmo from Gaselo under the same Zongkak is going through the same problem.
They said there was an error in the father's name. The name was different in child's health card and ID card. They told me that they would change the name and it was changed in the child's health card. My child was born in 2005 and my child is 12 years now. And when the child turns 18 years, they will ask for a citizenship identity card, which they denied, and I am helpless now.
In Wangdifodang alone, 500 similar cases were reported until last year. According to the Bhutan Citizenship Act 1977, if a child is more than 1 year and still not registered in the official record, registration is not permitted but may be applied for to the Home Ministry by the concerned local authority. The Home Ministry will then investigate the matter before granting permission for registration. The Department of Civil Registration and Census said they have registered the cases and are currently under investigation. Officials added that the department announces the civil registration dates to the public before carrying out the registration in the geogs. People therefore should not be unaware of the civil registration rules and regulations. Compiled for Sonam Sring, Sringrama Galson, BBS News.
After remaining completely cut off for about a month now, people of Getana Geog and some of the villages under Bongo Geog in Chuka are worried. Incessant rain last month washed away the Getana Geog Center Road and blocked the road at several locations.
This is the major block at Badina along the Getana Geog Center in Chuka. Some portion of the road is completely washed away. Boulders and landslides at several locations have closed the road to traffic. This road is used by people of Getana Geog and some of the villages of Bongo Geog. Locals have been walking for long hours to reach home, transporting everything on their back. With no sign of works to clear the road, people are worried that worst is yet to come.
There are a lot of problems. When there is no road, it is really difficult for us. Since we depend mostly on imported goods, the shops here are running out of stock and elders can't walk for hours to buy food items. It is a problem.
The Department of Roads is in the process to clear the road at the earliest.
With regards to the GC road, so now when we have to go for the equipment requirement, we have to go for the tendering process. So that's why it took some time. However, we have deployed this one excavator till from 17th to open this within the Pusa road. Then tomorrow we are taking blasting material and compressor. So we positively think that within 2 weeks we can get open within the Pusa road.
After the road block, people of Getana have to walk for 3 days from Badina.
Some of them are hoping the government to supply basic food items by using chopper if the situation continues. Compiled for Kingatashi in Funsoling, Sangishasom for BBS News.
The Education Ministry is going to review the entire school curriculum at the national level involving subject experts. The review will be based on feedbacks from the schools and Dzongkhag's Curriculum Review Conference.
Following the observations on the mistakes in the Class 5 Social Studies textbook and other textbooks, the credibility of the entire education curriculum raised doubts about its suitability to the students. The Education Ministry will conduct curriculum review conference at schools and Dzongkhags to review the curriculum.
We would advise all of our schools to organize maybe of 2 days curriculum review conference where all the teachers, because we understood that it is the teachers who has the most legitimate feedback on our subjects, and from all the schools the report generated, the feedback generated would be submitted to the Dzongkhag level, and at the 20 Dzongkhags again we would organize a Dzongkhag curriculum conference and sieve through all this feedback received from the schools. That will feed into the national curriculum conference where we're going to hold for 3 days, where the subject experts sit together and go through all of this together.
The revised curriculum will have social skills and problem-solving skills embedded besides updated and corrected information. Moreover, the government has allocated 117 million yutam on teacher professional development and decided to make 3 teacher education colleges specialized in English, Maths and Science. Sangichazom for BBS News.
All illegal structures constructed on government land within Thimphu Thomde will be demolished. Thomde is waiting for the land ownership certificates or Laktham from the Land Commission. The National Land Commission is processing about 400 Laktham at the moment.
These are some of the illegal structures built on government land by private individuals under Thimphu Thomde. These structures are located in the core town area, Hejo and Chanzamto. Thomde does not know when the structures were constructed, but they knew about it only last month, and the owners have been notified.
First notice, second notice, third notice. Then, in some cases, in most cases, the landowners or building owners, they are cooperative, so they respect the notice that we have sent. They know it is not allowed, so they demolish. But few cases, people tend to act tough. So in such cases, we have no option but to send our demolishing squad and remove the structures.
Some people intentionally construct illegal structures on government land while some are not aware of the rule. But everything becomes clear after the National Cadastral Resurvey Program or NCRP, which was completed last year in Thomde.
Some of these structures were built by their great-grandparents or parents, and they have been occupying and using that structures. So it became illegal structure only after every NCRP, when they find out that the land that they occupying does not belong to them. In fact, they own much less land than they occupy. So that it becomes unintentional illegal structures. So once the Laktham is issued, based on the Laktham, then we verify the cases and then ask them to remove, or we go to remove them.
From 2010 till last year, the Thomde demolished 51 illegal structures constructed on the government land. Compiled for Sunam Chodin, Sunampem, BBS News.
A pharmaceutical drug manufactured for treating a severe stomachache is the most abused drug in the country. The drug in the form of capsules is commonly known as SP among the abusers. But doctors say abusing the drug leads to infection of various diseases. Police seized about 200,000 capsules since 2015 until July this year, and over 60 suspects were arrested during the same period for abusing and trafficking SP.
Spasmapoxone is a licit drug, pharmaceutical drug. It means that we do not have a total control over this drug. it can be produced by the manufacturers and can be sold in the pharmaceutical shops in India, anywhere. So number two, it is very cheap. These drugs are comparatively cheap compared to the other hard drugs. Number three, we have got a very easy access to the Indian borders, where these drugs are readily available in most of the pharmaceutical shops.
Abusing the drug not only weakens one's immune system but damages liver.
Common side effects include like constipation and severe respiratory depression. Delayed gastric emptying means you take food but you don't feel hungry easily, so the food remains there for a long time, so there's delayed emptying of the stomach. There can be increased sensitivity to pain because you are actually abusing a painkiller. Sometimes the pain threshold gets lowered, so any small injury or anything that affects them can give a very high sensitivity to pain.
The drug contains opioid, which results in addiction after prolonged use. The suspect, if found guilty, is sentenced to a minimum of 3 years non-compoundable imprisonment. The goods seized from the suspects are then disposed of in Gedu.
We usually dispose the seized products annually. Before we dispose, we make sure that we collect it from all the Dzongkhaks and from all our stakeholders. And after we have enough for disposal in our store, then we send it with one of our officials to Gedu DGPC incinerator. Then we dispose the seized substances, the drugs as well as the tobacco products, in the presence of a disposal committee.
The disposal committee includes representatives from police, revenue and customs, and Bhutan Narcotics Control Authority. Tamchuzam, BBS News. Although Bhutanese supermodel King Aladdin could not win the Miss Asia 2016 beauty pageant, she bagged 2 other titles, Miss Viewer's Choice and Miss Congeniality, for being the most popular contestant in the competition. She was also among the top 10 contestants. 35 countries took part in the competition, considered as one of the finest beauty pageants for Asian and Eurasian region. Miss Asia 2016 pageant was held recently in Cochin in Kerala. Well, that's all we have for you this week. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.